Hi, everybody. Welcome to Cafe. I'm Clarence Reynolds.
And I'm Crystal Candy. It's great to be back with you to share all the fun and exciting events that are happening this week.
So you've been to the Science Center's Life exhibit.
Yes, so it opened last year in April, and it is so incredible. From the ocean to the swamp to the jungle, it's so immersive. So we got a little sneak peek at Life. Check it out. This is the Life exhibit at the Orlando Science Center. It is the largest and most comprehensive exhibit that they have ever attempted, and it tells the story of our planet through the animals who inhabit it in 3 different ecosystems. And to tell us more about the animal story is Jenny Bowles, who is the animal care manager here at the Orlando Science Center. And we are here now in the swamp. Of course, we're in Florida, so we know what goes with the swamp. We've got alligators, we've got turtles. Tell us what people can expect here in the swamp.
Yeah, so the Life exhibit has 3 separate areas. We have the swamp, the ocean, and the rainforest. But the really great part about the swamp is it allows you to get closer to the wildlife that's in your own backyard here in Florida, that is there, but you might not be completely aware of. Learning more about them and what role we play in making sure that they're taken care of in our backyards.
So in the swamp, we've got, the superstars. You got to have some alligators and turtles.
Yes.
What else can people see here in the swamp, which is very unique?
Yes, yeah, absolutely. So we have 5 gators that are in our gator pool here. We also have 5 different species of aquatic turtles, including one very large snapping turtle, red-eared sliders, yellow-bellied sliders, all cohabitating together so that you can see how they would work together in an actual environment out in the wild.
Yeah, I noticed earlier I saw an alligator under the heat lamp on top of a turtle.
Yes.
I'd never seen that before, but that's what you're going to see here.
They stack, they share food, definitely moving around exactly like they would in the wild is exactly what you're going to experience here. And we make sure that all of their needs are provided. You're seeing their heat lamps, their UV lamps, because they're obviously not getting that direct sunlight in here like they would outside.
Yeah.
So everything's provided and you get to see how they would normally behave.
You've done a great job. And then the squirrels, we experience squirrels in different ways here in Florida.
Correct.
But you have something very unique and special with that exhibit.
We do. So we have 2 squirrels that are over here. The squirrels are actually the only animal here that are not native to Florida. They are native to islands that are off the coast of China. They are called Prevost squirrels. But we have an entire system that runs above your head, so those squirrels can be running around. You can see how quick they are. You can see the way that they move. You can watch out for other things that they do. But it's a really interactive exhibit. It's a lot of fun to see how they move through things.
And then around the corner from the squirrels, we also have the very mysterious owls.
Burrowing owls, yep, another animal that you can find in your backyard, but they're one of the most fascinating animals to me because you can find them in super cold temperatures. They can thrive in really hot temperatures. So they do perfectly all over Florida, but they actually do burrow into the ground and they live here in like the grassy land areas of Florida. Yes, we have 2 of them over there.
That's fascinating. And you normally can't get up close like that with owls. That's
you
really
cannot, no. So those are animals that are really reclusive. They keep to themselves. So to be able to see them and then get that close to them and how they work, it's pretty fascinating.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So why don't we go get up close with some more creatures
Sounds good.
in the ocean. So we're going to go to the ocean now. We are now here in the ocean, and I love the fact, Jenny, that when you walk into this exhibit, you start to become transported with the music and the lights, and then you're here in front of this gigantic tank.
It's very immersive. You literally walk downwards on a ramp, and then you end up in front of our large shark tank here with all of these beautiful fish that you can find in the oceans around the Florida area. You go around the corner and we have a coral tank that's at a level for kids so they can see it. You can get down on the level with your children. We also have a touch tank with all of our aquatic inverts that people can actually get in there and be completely involved in getting to know how they feel and how they move when you're interacting with them.
So I saw one of the sharks in here.
Yes.
You're actually going to be able to have people like in the zoo, you can actually get inside of here and like
Yep.
teach and talk to students about it.
Correct, yeah. Our intention is that when we have to do all of our husbandry for the tank, we will be snorkeling inside the tank. Our team will be trained to do that. We'll do shark feeds from the upper platform up here so that we can do programming and talk to people about the sharks and about our reefs and our oceans that are around the state of Florida. So we'll have a lot of keeper interactions when we're in here.
I also love that you are learning about the ocean when
Yes.
you're in here, and you're learning not just the names of some of these fish and the species, you're learning about the importance of the coral reefs. You're learning about some ways that you, as just a human in this world, can get along with the sea creatures.
Yeah, we really have very thoughtful signage that's all over the exhibit that people can read and learn about. This is another beautiful environment that we're lucky enough here in Florida to exhibit. We're surrounded by the oceans, so it's another thing that we learn about how we impact it, how we benefit from it, and how those things combine together, how we work together to make that all, coexist. So
The touch tank has to be one of your more popular
For sure.
exhibits, and people can really get up close. I see a lobster in there,
Yep.
a sea cucumber,
correct,
crabs.
yep, starfish, yeah, a bunch of different types of inverts. The reality is there is studies that have been done on the fact that somebody can go to a zoo and they can see these beautiful exotic animals, but if they're far away from them, they get it, they think it's wonderful, but the second they're able to touch something, the second they can interact with it, it takes that appreciation, that connection to a completely different level, and we're able to provide that here in our ocean, so it's really wonderful.
That's what's so beautiful about the Life exhibit, is being able to get up close and
Absolutely.
experience it. All right, so I love the ocean so much. It's such a calming Zen place, but we still have one final place, the rainforest.
Correct.
So let's head over to
Sounds
the
good.
rainforest. We are now here at last in the rainforest, and you can feel that we are in the rainforest.
You sure can.
And that's the beautiful thing, just like
Yeah.
the ocean, you feel like you're immersed.
Absolutely.
This is quite a special place.
It is. It offers you a little bit something different than the other two environments. Those environments you can find in your backyard. You can go to the ocean. You can go to the swamps here in Florida. The rainforest is something that if you can't find a place like here at the Orlando Science Center, you'd never be able to experience these animals. You get the hot, humid temperatures here in Florida, but not this lush environment and the animals that are in it. It is the immersive rainforest experience.
Obviously, we know we've got some company behind
do.
us as one of the animals in the exhibit. So tell me a little bit about, let's talk about the birds first, because
Sure.
you've got birds flying overhead.
We do. So we have a perch over here where we have our sun conures. This is a mated pair, Rio and Tika. We also have free-flighted birds in the exhibit, 15 of them that are roaming the exhibit, flying around, going in and out for their food sources. We have a two-toed sloth in the exhibit, red-footed tortoises. Behind us we have a waterfall with our cichlids. So a whole bunch of different species that you can come in and they are moving around you completely, no barriers between you and them.
That is what's really cool, is when you walk in here, first of all, the fact that it is so high and you can hear the birds,
Yep.
you can hear the sounds of the waterfall, you feel
Yeah.
the humidity. You guys have done a great job
Thank you.
of making people feel as though they are in the rainforest.
For sure, yeah, it's a wonderful thing to experience and to see all the animals, and again, our interactions with them, and to be able to sit in here and feel like you're a part of this wonderful environment. It's something you won't get to experience in many other places.
So the sloth, I know, is one of the stars of the exhibit.
They're a very
and
popular animal, yes, yeah. And for us in general, everybody has a love for Miss Izzy. She does, for the most part, what sloths do. They are nocturnal animals, so she sleeps during the day, gets a little active at times if she's looking for some food or a new place that she wants to sleep in the exhibit. But for the most part, sleeping in her hammock is what she does, and then she's active at night.
This is really the showstopper here, isn't it? And you've really taken on quite a lot of challenges in interacting and being able to get all these species in one place. It's not an easy task.
It is not. Every single exhibit that you find here at the Science Center is a mixed species exhibit, which means that you have to take into account as an individual species, what are the needs of that animal, but how do those needs affect the next animal, and is that going to negatively impact them? And if it is, you have to make adjustments to figure out how they can coexist and all of them have those needs met in a positive way. It's a lot of moving pieces that are hard sometimes to figure out.
I'm glad you guys have figured it out, but it's also so satisfying to see the people walk in here and really feel transported.
Absolutely. And when you see the people come in and how excited they are to be here, how happy they are, you see the little kids getting excited to see animals that they've maybe only seen in pictures. It's something that we've been working for a really long time, and to see it all come together, it's incredibly rewarding. We're very, very proud of it.
Well, you heard it. If you can't experience the rainforest in person off in another continent, you can experience it here at the Orlando Science Center as part of the Life exhibit. Jennifer Voles, thank you so much for joining us, the Animal Care Manager here at the Orlando Science Center. So to check out more information about the Life exhibit or the Orlando Science Center in general, you can check out their website at osc.org. They've really done a great job at, again, like immersing you in the exhibit, but you feel the feeling, especially when you go into the rainforest where the humidity kind of hits you. And it's cool because the animals are all in like a little mini ecosystem. So the tamarin monkeys are up in the trees with the little finches, and it's, yeah, that is nature. And that's what they've pulled off with Life. So I highly recommend.
Not to be missed, for sure. Well, the Florida Storytelling Festival is happening January 23rd through the 26th in Mount Dora. The festival is a premier storytelling event known nationally for its unique combination of workshops, concerts, youthful voices, and sense of community. People from all across the state of Florida and beyond are there to explore and savor the art of storytelling in the oral tradition. You can attend either online or in person. Visit flstory.com for more information.
Whether you're a stout drinker or a cider sipper, local breweries from around Central Florida will be sampling some of their best brews during Science on Tap at the Orlando Science Center. Sip your way through interactive science demos, check out live music, challenge your friends in a game of cornhole or giant Jenga during this all-new outdoor event on January 25th. Food trucks will also be offering tasty treats available for purchase. For more information and to purchase your ticket, go to osc.org.
The 39th Annual Manatee Festival takes place on January 25th and 26th at Valentine Park in Orange City. The festival provides continuous entertainment for the whole family, including an arts and crafts show with over 100 booths, music and dancing, as well as frisbee dogs. They'll also have a children's area, environmental conservation displays, and of course, manatee viewing. It's a great way to learn about manatees and the important role they play in the Florida ecosystem. To learn more, go to themanateefestival.com.
Get ready to be mesmerized by traditional Vietnamese culture at the Central Florida Tet Festival on January 25th and 26th. The Tet Festival marks the Vietnamese Lunar New Year and encapsulates our Vietnamese community's rich traditions and heritage. The weekend will be filled with music, rituals, and iconic dragon dances that symbolize prosperity and good fortune. For more information, visit asiatrend.org.
We are joined by Jalber Nunez from the If You Foundation to tell us about how the foundation helps to keep kids active. Thanks for being with us.
That's my pleasure to be here.
So tell us about the sports program. Is soccer related that the kids can participate in because of the If You Foundation?
Exactly. We are delighted to offer this program. It is a soccer academy that we call, and it is open for kids from 8 years old to 12 years old. So, and we have classes here now in Windermere in Orange County, and we started this last year in September.
Okay.
So far we have approximately 100 kids with us, which is, we are very proud of this program.
When you say soccer academy, do you mean, are they teaching kids like the ins and outs of the game, how to play? What do they teach?
Exactly. So in the soccer academy, we want to bring the kids to the next step. So we are inviting those kids. Every 3 months we offer a tryout. So in those tryouts we are able to measure also. We work with 2 professionals, which by the way they are volunteers as well. And one is our coach, Gustavo Brazil, very famous in Brazil. I mean, Brazil is well known by good soccer teams and skills. So he's very skilled for soccer and he's there to help us teaching the kids. And also in parallel, we also work with a physiologist. So yes, the kids, when they start, this physiologist, his name is Rogério Neves, he's able also to evaluate each kid. And then after the tryout, after 3 months, we will reevaluate those kids to understand the progress that they made. So it's a complete program. It's a very thorough program that we are offering now. And the beautiful thing is it's free of charge.
You're building the next generation of Orlando.
Hopefully so.
soccer
Yeah,
players.
hopefully so. Yeah.
So, is there a cost involved in getting involved in it?
That's a good question. Yes, we do. I mean, we do have costs involved, and we need to rent a field, and but we count on some sponsors, and also volunteers, and also donors. So we have donors recruiting programs, so that anybody can apply in our website. And also some companies, they like and they want to sponsor some programs, they can pick it up in one of our 7 programs that we have. And for this particular one, we have 3 sponsored with us, and that's beautiful. So we can offer a high quality soccer academy for our kids here.
Very nice. And so for kids that may not be that interested in soccer, what else could they do?
Very good. So we want to expand. The Soccer Academy was our first initiative in this area, in these sports, but we understand that we can go further. So the next one will be volleyball. So we are eager to say that we're going to have volleyball and then tennis. So again, we are now looking for sponsors and volunteers to help us with this, but soon we're going to see the next generation of volleyball and tennis players in Orlando as well.
We have the weather for all of those. That's
Exactly,
perfect.
exactly.
If you have a child who's interested in playing a sport, either soccer, volleyball, or anything else, or somebody who wants to sponsor, how would they get in touch with you if you found
It's very easy. They can go to our website, ifufoundation.org, or they can also go in our social media, Instagram, for instance.
Perfect. Thank you so much for being with us. And
No
letting
problem,
us
my
know.
pleasure again.
And of course, if you want your kids to get involved, you can also go to the website and learn more. If you're looking for something a little bit unique on International Drive, you need to check out Cafe Tutu Tango.
It is such a cool spot, and they also have great food, and that's where we find Carissa Clark with this week's Taste of the Town.
Hello and welcome to Taste of the Town. I'm Carissa Clark. I'm here at Cafe Tutu Tango on International Drive. I'd like to introduce you to their managing partner, Anthony Signor.
Hey,
Hi,
Carissa.
Anthony.
Welcome in.
Oh my goodness, thank you so much. I love this space. It is
you.
absolutely incredible. It is beautiful and fun, bright and happy, and has an incredible menu. So please, Anthony, tell us, what do you have for us today?
We have spiced alligator bites.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
And you're in Florida, you gotta have gator.
You gotta have, yes, you do gotta have the gator.
What
okay.
I love about our alligator, it's tender, it's from the tail, and it's from our friends at Central Florida Trophy Hunts.
Okay.
So they've been family owned and operated for 20 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so are you telling me that the gator tail is the most tender part?
The most tender part. And then we marinate ours for 24 hours, so
Okay.
you don't get that gamey bite.
Okay, we don't want gamey.
Don't want gamey.
No, we do want tender. So we marinate for 24 hours.
Yes, we do.
Okay, wonderful.
And then when an order comes in, we do a little egg wash. So we take liquid egg, make sure we soak our gator in it, and then put it right in our spicy flour, which has some cayenne pepper, all-purpose flour,
Yeah.
start building the taste, and then drop it in the fryer till it's golden brown like we see here.
Okay.
And we're gonna finish with our dry gator spice, just sprinkled on top.
What is the dry gator spice?
So it has tahini, cayenne, paprika.
Yes. Oh, this is fun.
A lot of fun
It's almost like
flavors.
the bite back of a gator. I
Yeah.
like it. Do you like that? That's good.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And then we finish with some chives.
Okay. I
And
love
then on the
chives.
side, we have our house-made key lime mustard.
Key lime mustard.
So we get this key lime sauce in, and then we mix it with some Dijon mustard and a couple other ingredients to make a nice tangy sauce to kind of counteract the spice of the gator.
I have never heard of key lime. Oh, honey mustard? You said no mustard.
Dijon mustard.
Dijon mustard. So
Dijon
key
mustard.
lime, Dijon mustard. I've never heard of such a thing. This sounds incredible. I'm assuming. So when people come here, do a lot of people order this?
Oh yeah, especially tourists. You gotta try it.
Of course.
Everybody-
So people are inspired to do it. I'm assuming that a lot of people love this. I mean, this sounds incredible.
Yes, it's a hit with the locals. And speaking of locals, we've been here 30 years on iDrive thanks to our locals. So we have a loyalty program, the Orlando Bike Club. It includes ourselves, Cafe Tutu Tango, and our sister restaurant, Mia's Italian Kitchen. So anytime you dine at either restaurant, you gain points for every dollar spent.
Oh.
And then you get money back when you're ready to redeem your points.
Well, who doesn't love money back? Who doesn't love a good point system? Who doesn't love delicious food in a beautiful space?
Absolutely.
So this is very inspiring. So whether or not you do come in here with your family and friends to have a great time, you can enjoy and earn your points with happy hour, with brunch, and you're open every single day.
Open
and
every
there's
day.
always local artists that are here.
You get
And
points on to-go orders as well.
Oh, stop it.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you can take the food home to go. Now, doesn't that sound wonderful? It's like it's just across the board thoughtful.
Trying our best to give back to those that keep us here.
Right, absolutely. Okay. So I'm inspired to have a bite. I think it's rather ironic that a gator, the most tender part of the gator is the tail, but it's also an incredibly powerful part of the gator.
Absolutely.
Intimidating. You know, that's kind of the reason you only look at the water and don't necessarily go in the water because of that tail.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes them very fast. Okay, so I'm going to do this. All right, so I'm very excited. May I have a spoon, my friend?
Absolutely.
Okay. So I love spice and I love flavor and I love a little bit of a bite back. So I have a feeling that's what's gonna happen. So, okay, so key lime, Dijon mustard. This is definitely gonna be a first for me. That's so good. And that's so interesting.
The flavors just all play in your mind.
I like got the chills. I didn't expect that. Anthony, that's really good.
Who would have thought? Alligator.
Who would have thought? I loved it. I totally enjoyed that. Anthony, thank you so much.
Thank
They
you.
want to eat more of it. Thank you. Please go to the website for more information. I invite you to come here to Cafe Tutu Tango for your taste of the town. Until then, I'll see you around town.
You know, if you have friends coming from out of town and you're always trying to find something unique to show them, because you don't want to take them to a chain, they can go to at home.
Yes, of course.
Cafe Tutu Tango is perfect because there's probably not something like that where they live.
Right, and then with the tapa style, you can pick and choose some of the dishes. And oftentimes there'll be an artist at work, and you can kind of peek over their shoulder and see what they're doing. So take your friends and family when they come visit to Cafe Tutu Tango.
Snap Orlando presents a solo exhibition of multidisciplinary artist Dan L. Hess at the Orlando City Hall Terrace Gallery. Hess's works have been exhibited worldwide from New York to Shanghai and can be found in national and international private collections. He's won numerous awards and fellowships over the years, but Dan Hess is local. He's the chief curator at the Art and History Museums of Maitland. You can visit snaporlando.com to learn more.
If you're in the market for a new job, stop by the Mayor's Job Fair on January 29th at the Central Florida Fairgrounds. Bridge the gap between you and 100 plus employers at one of the largest job fairs in Orlando. You'll find thousands of job openings in various industries and employment resources to help you find your next position. The job fair runs from noon until 4 p.m. and pre-registration is suggested. Visit cfec.org for details.
Celebrate Zora Neale Hurston's birthday at the 2025 Zora Festival. Now in its 36th year, the festival's namesake and global literary giant celebrated her historic hometown, Eatonville, in her writings. And the festival features various events, including the popular Afrofuturism Conference that takes place between January 7th and the 31st. Go to zorafestival.org for more details.
Boy, from the Scottish Highlands to the Science Center.
What a week.
This is going to be a fun week for everybody.
Oh yeah, definitely.
A little chilly out there for the kilts, but I think they'll pull it off.
You never know. You know, kilts they're wool.
There you go.
The knees you have to worry
Always
about.
adding
Just the
some
knees.
good commentary, Clarence.
Well, that wraps up this week of events. And if you have one that you'd like to share with us for next month, send us an email at cafe@ocfl.net. I'm Clarence Reynolds.
And I'm Crystal Candy. Remember to join us next week to see what's new and exciting in your community.